Hi, my name is Pranav Bukhara. I'm a 16-year-old junior from Independence High School in Frisco, Texas, and I'm applying to be a NASA SEAS intern. I live with my parents, and my older sister is currently in college. But before I explain why I'm applying, I want to share a bit about my life story and the curiosity that has shaped who I am. From a young age, I was fascinated with complex machinery. Whenever I was around machines, I found myself wondering how humanity progressed from simple tools like sticks to advanced technologies like Bluetooth devices and rockets. Like, how did we even create Bluetooth? A frequency between two devices that changes thousands of times per second? Interestingly, I wasn't always focused on how machines mechanically worked. I was more curious about how they kept working and how humanity got to that level of technology. For example, when riding in a car, I often wondered why didn't it break down and how it could last years despite its mechanical complexity. How did humanity create the Bagger 288? How does this monolith of a machine keep running for years? These questions scratched the back of my brain, and I really enjoyed admiring the engineering and sophistication around me. The quote, "We live every day standing on the shoulders of giants" by Newton is what truly enveloped my mind. What really pivoted my life was old missiles. Seeing the internals of a 1980s nuclear missile changed my life. I was simply scrolling when I stumbled upon this gem of engineering from a bygone era. The electronics and circuitry designed in a period with no AI and minimal resources just scratched the spot in my brain. This is where it clicked. Admiring the physical complexity of our technology and civilization is what inspired me. It was from this point onward that I wanted to become an engineer. I wanted to build and contribute. I wanted to become a giant for future generations. I decided to explore this passion through robotics. I created my own robotics team. One of the most stressful events was rebuilding the entire chassis of a robot in the middle of a tournament due to a mechanical error. Finishing it and continuing to compete was a very rewarding experience. In our second year, we also competed at a state level event. This team taught me things such as the engineering design process and technical skills such as CAD, coding, and building. But most importantly, it taught me the value of people. Robotics taught me that your teammates are invaluable, and it showed me that the friends you make along the way are more important than the destination or the journey itself. Robotics reaffirmed my goal to become an engineer and motivated me to pursue something like this as a career path. From robotics, I learned to code. I've also learned coding in school through these classes. I learned many languages such as these. In my coding journey, I discovered an organization called Hack Club. Hack Club was a turning point in my engineering experiences. Through Hack Club, I attended a hackathon called Undercity in San Francisco. In this hackathon, I met and worked with like-minded teenagers from around the world. We explored the city of San Francisco, stayed up all night long to work, and developed projects. Working with people around the world changed my perspective and understanding. It was my first real exposure to the global engineering and coding community. For my project, I created a four-legged hexapod. It was nothing special, but it was extremely eye-opening to work with my team. This 4-day international hackathon showed me the allure and fun of the engineering community and the enthusiasm of the people in it. It reaffirmed my goal to become an engineer because I also wanted to be a part of this community. This experience showed me that the engineering world was where I belonged. I wanted to meet more engineers because it seemed to me that this community was so memorable. This experience motivated me to spread this feeling to other teens as well. With the help of Hack Club and other friends, I co-organized a hackathon called Daydream. Daydream was a 24-hour in-person game jam hosted in the DFW area. It was my first real attempt to expose other people in my community to the same sense of belonging that I experienced in San Francisco. This event took hours of coordination to plan venues, sponsorships, and activities. It was free of cost to all participants and was aimed to introduce other teens into the engineering and coding community. Overall, this hackathon was a massive success. Through Hack Club, I also realized that I love hardware and that my obsession with things has always been related to hardware. Over the summer, I made multiple projects such as these keyboards, the Mechaslate and Tachyantra. These projects taught me valuable skills such as PCB design, working with hardware, circuitry, and microcontrollers. All of this describes who I am, but it does not answer the question, why NASA SEAS? At SEAS, I hope to develop skills that will allow me to take my projects and innovations to the next level. I hope that my future work and research will become a giant's shoulder for future technological advances to stand on. And SEAS will give me the opportunity to grow toward that goal. More importantly, I want to contribute more to the engineering community, and SEAS will provide the environment to do so. Working with NASA staff and UT personnel will once again broaden my perspective and give me the skills to better understand the physical complexity of the world around me. SEAS will allow me to apply my technical skills while collaborating with peers who share similar interests and ambitions, while under NASA mentors. Thank you for taking the time to consider me for the SEAS internship, and I'd be truly grateful to be accepted into this program. Thank you for your time.